Okay, Hilberto Mora, the teenage phenom Mexican international, full international, is going to miss the next set of friendlies for Mexico against Japan and South Korea. Why? He's going to go play in the U20 World Cup. I have my own thoughts on his exclusion from these games and playing in a U20 World Cup, a youth tournament, and what he can get out of it. Now, I'm going to share some thoughts with you guys. Let me know what you think here. Okay. This is akin to how they treated Pedri in 2021, around there, when he exploded onto the scene and became a big player for Barcelona. And he played league. He played, I believe, U21s. He did another youth tournament in there. Let's see, what was the tournament he played in? U21 qualifiers. He did the Euros. He did the Olympics. He did all these different types of games, and ultimately that led to him being injured. Okay, that's one factor. There is the Pedri factor, the accumulation of games for a player who's not used to having this many type of games, in games that ultimately don't matter. Most top clubs around the world, they don't send their U20 talents to these youth tournaments. They don't send their best players to the Olympics. They deny them those opportunities because they don't see any benefit, because there's a lot of risk involved. These players could get injured. These players, anything could happen. That's one of those right there. Okay. I understand what Mexico wants to do. They see a talent like Gil Mora, who's doing so well in first division, leading a team, his team Cholos, and they think they can help Mexico in their quest to win another youth tournament. Mexico already won a few youth tournaments. They've won two U17 tournaments. They came in second place and third place a couple times in U20s. They've won a gold medal, which is the U23 tournament in the Olympics. They've won a silver medal, or bronze medal, excuse me, in the Tokyo Olympics. We've seen this before, and nothing's happened. You pad another stat, you get another youth trophy. That's not the end game. That's not the goal here. The goal is to develop these players, and there's more development playing in Liga MX first division. There is playing in a youth tournament. That's the reality of things. He's going to be better off for it. And here's the second thing: if he just started an international final, a Gold Cup with Mexico, if you really feel he is that player, then why not have him be at these games to get more familiar with what is the Mexican national team against quality oppositions, so he can help you for the World Cup? Is the goal not to have him around for the World Cup? Is the goal not for Gil Mora to be the player you want him to be at the World Cup? Playing a U20 World Cup isn't going to make him that player. There are plenty of players who have done well in U17 World Cups, U20 World Cups, and where are they now? Where are they now? That's not going to further his development. I repeat, best clubs in the world, best teams, they don't send their top prospects to these youth tournaments. Often they're denied. I'm having a hard time understanding why Javier Aguirre is okay with this and why Cholos and the Mexican Federation are okay with this. He's a full senior team player. That's what he should be concentrating on. That's where he's going to be a difference maker. That's what's going to get him to the next level. Not playing in a youth tournament. God forbid he gets injured. And I know I could already hear, well, you can get injured any day of the week, do anything you want in a training session. Yes, you can. But you're going to be in line or more probable of injury against some players who, quite frankly, aren't professionals. They're not first division players. He's a first division player. That's when you increase the likelihood of injury. I understand Mexico right now and wanting to do well in this tournament. By the way, a very difficult group. I understand them wanting to do well. And yes, Hilberto Mora gets you closer to doing well. But that's not the goal here. Mexico's already won youth tournaments. They've won youth championships. That's not gotten them to where they want to be. In the history of Mexican football, in its recent history, teenage sensations that have made a name for themselves in the Mexican national team, Rafa Marquez, Andres Guardado. Both players have played in 5 World Cups. Both players, legendary Mexican careers. Rafa Marquez What can you say about that? Barcelona, the Mexican national team, El Kaiser, Andres Guardado, a very respectable decade plus in Europe. Maybe not the top elite tier teams, but very respected everywhere he's been. 5 World Cups. Gil Mora has that air about him. He could be that type of player, but you don't risk him. You don't risk him this way in a U20 World Cup. And then the plan is not only to play the U20 World Cup, but to play also the U17 World Cup. He's going to still be young enough with Mexico after that in the lead up to what could be the World Cup. That's going to be a heavy, heavy calendar year for him. A player that's never played that many minutes, that many games, who plays week in, week out on turf at Cholos. You got to look out for this kid's best interest. And his best interest shouldn't be playing a U20 World Cup. It should be his development with the senior national team. That's what's going to make him a better player when he's training every day, day in, day out, with not his peers, not teenagers, but full-fledged first division players. If it's development we're after, they chose wrong. If you're after titles, well, Hilberto Mora is going to get you closer to that. There's no doubt about that. He will get you closer to a U20, to a U17 World Cup title. Yes, but what are we after here? What is FMF? What is the Federation? What is Cholos after here? And what does Gil Mora want? It's more important. What does he want?